Hey folks! Mbappe and the France national team crushed Koeman's Netherlands. Nagelsmann is already being offered a new job at the top club. Laporta has made a new important statement about Messi's return to Barcelona, and PSG have already chosen Lionel's future replacement. Intrigued? Then hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and let's get started! Bayern have officially confirmed the dismissal of Julian Nagelsmann and the appointment of Thomas Tuchel. The extension of Marco Asensio's contract with Real currently looks almost impossible, Marca reports. Napoli want to extend head coach Luciano Spalletti's contract for another 2 years with a pay rise of up to 4 million euros per year, according to La Gazzetta dello Sport. Most Bayern players did not expect Julian Nagelsmann to be sacked during the international break ahead of the final segment of the club season. Leicester are bracing themselves for the loss of Yuri Tielemans and are looking to replace him with PSG's Renato Sanches. Kylian Mbappe equals Karim Benzema's France goal tally at 37 and is now Le Blues' joint 5th all-time top scorer. On March 24th, UEFA will consider the European Parliament members' appeal regarding the exclusion of the Belarus national team from the official tournaments, the president of the organization, Alexander Cheferin, confirmed. Steve Clarke has extended his contract with the Scotland national team and will coach the side until 2026. Manchester United could outbid Chelsea to buy Joao Felix from Atletico, AS reports. Alphonso Davies has completed 64 take-ons this season, more than any other defender in Europe's top 5 leagues. Milan will be open to selling Divock Origi this summer if an offer of around 15 million euros comes up, Calciomercato informs. Casemiro has been appointed as the Brazil national team new captain. La Liga has removed Gavi as a player of the Barcelona first team on the official website. Leaving Inter, I was calm. I knew the fans would criticize me if I did wrong, but I never got the chance to prove myself. It was unfair. I was like a lion in the cage. TVN quotes Alexis Sanchez. Kevin De Bruyne has made 78 key passes this season, more than any other player in Europe's top 5 leagues. Nagelsmann wanted me at Bayern. I'd like to thank him. As for Tuchel, he made me lose the Champions League final, so I hope he will win it for me this year, Joao Cancelo noted in an interview with Sport TV. Apple plans to buy the rights to broadcast EPL matches and will participate in the bidding for the right to broadcast games of the top and lower English divisions, Bloomberg reports. Liverpool are planning a summer transfer for Eintracht striker Randal Kolo Muani. The Reds are eyeing the Frenchman as a long-term replacement for Roberto Firmino. Dusan Vlahovic is likely to leave Juventus if the Turin side miss out on the Champions League next season, Corriere Torino reports. In a friendly match between Argentina and Panama, Lionel Messi scored the 800th goal in his career. Romelu Lukaku scored a hat-trick for Belgium, although before that, he couldn't score for the national team since October 2021. Everton may be punished with points deduction in the Premier League for a possible financial fair play violation, the BBC notes. The possibility that Franck Kessié may leave Barca in the next transfer window is the same as hoping that a snake may suddenly have legs next summer, George at Nagana, the player's agent, says. Monaco want to get about 50 million euros from the sale of defender Alex Disasi. You're talking about one of the best number 9s in the world right now, and that's the reason why every transfer window Harry Kane is ahead in terms of all the talks, because, maybe it's time for him to move on. Channel 4 quotes Steven Gerrard as saying, Messi, Mbappe and Ramos? We are working towards keeping them. We are gonna analyze what we are doing and how we can go on and do things properly. We won't make errors. PSG president Nasser Al-Khelaifi notes. N'Golo Kanté has returned to the pitch in Chelsea's friendly after a 7-month absence due to injury. At 41 years of age, Zlatan Ibrahimovic became the oldest player to ever appear in Euro qualifier match. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 11 goals in 11 appearances for his club and country in 2023. Roma are gonna make a decision on Jorginho Wijnaldum's buyout in the coming weeks. Il Tempo reports. The Dutch midfielder is on loan from PSG until the end of the season. The Premier League usually demands results right now, but let's see how Mudryk does in these 8 years. Let's see what he can do in the long term. Chelsea must be patient with him, believe in his talent. Andrei Shevchenko reckons. Real Madrid are looking for Ancelotti's replacement as soon as possible, after missing out on Thomas Tuchel, who was a strong candidate, UOL Sport informs. The Euro 2024 qualifying matches continue, and the Friday's results are as follows. Now let's move on to the main news of the episode. Let's review the key matches of yesterday. In the Euro 2024 qualifying game day 1, France defeated the Netherlands 4-0. Antoine Griezmann, Dayot Upamecano and Kylian Mbappe stood out for Le Bleu. Donatello scored a brace and ruined Ronald Koeman's first match since his return as the Orange national team head coach. While Domenico Tedesco had an impressive start with Belgium, thanks to Romelu Lukaku's hat-trick, the Red Devils got a convincing away victory over Sweden 0-3. To bring Lionel Messi back, Barcelona will have to fulfill a number of conditions. Journalist Gerard Romero claims that the club should cut the salaries of Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba and a number of other players. Also, the Catalans need to sell several footballers in order to comply with financial fair play. If this is not done, the re-signing of Messi will become an almost impossible task for the Blaugrana. At the same time, as the source reports, there is a person close to Joan Laporta at Barcelona who has been trying to convince Messi to return for several months now. By the way, in an interview with the Business and Money Behind Sports YouTube channel, Laporta already publicly called on Messi to return to Camp Nou. Messi is the best player in history. He has been the most important player in the history of Barca. I have to be very careful with what I say. Messi is a PSG player and I have to have respect. Leo knows we have him in our hearts. He is part of our shield. The legacy I found myself in when I became president was not good, and I had to make a decision that I'm not satisfied with. I have to find a way to improve Messi's current relationship with Barca. We'll see, but he knows that the doors of Barca are open, Laporta said. Real Madrid are interested in Lille striker Jonathan David. Los Blancos plan to bring the Canadian player to the Spanish capital in the summer. This season, David has scored 21 goals and provided 4 assists in 30 appearances for the French club in all competitions. Jonathan's contract with Les Dodgers runs until the summer of 2025, so Real will have to pay a hefty fee to land their transfer target. Julian Nagelsmann, sacked by Bayern, will not be out of work for long. The German specialist's reputation almost didn't get hurt, as he's already got an option of continuing his career in the English Premier League. Tottenham, who will terminate the contract with Antonio Conte in the coming days, plan to hold negotiations with Nagelsmann. However, Spurs have yet to make contact with Julian. His potential appointment is still being discussed by the management. PSG have decided on Lionel Messi's replacement if the Argentine decides not to extend his contract and leaves the club as a free agent. The Parisians have chosen 2 candidates. According to Calciomercato, the Red and Blues' priority is Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, but he dreams of playing in La Liga. If the Egyptian refuses, PSG would be able to switch to Milan star Rafael Leao, whose contract with the Rossoneri expires in a year and a half. However, Il Diavoli won't let the Portuguese go for less than 100 million euros, which PSG are unlikely to be ready for. Guys, there is a great video on the Football Club channel with all the possible reasons for the shocking coaching change at Bayern. So, follow the link and enjoy. And with that said, have a nice one and see you in a bit.